God, I sure do wish you bless America again. You know, like you did way back when it all began. You blessed her then, but we took it for granted and never did ask again. So God, just hold her hand. And if she should stumble, please don't let her fall. God bless America again. Donald J. Trump, 2020. You see all the trouble that she's in. Wash her pretty face rise again. God bless America again. You know, I don't understand everything I read what's wrong with America. But when you don't got much book learning, there's a lot of things you don't understand. But let me say this, God. She's like a mother to me. And all I am and ever will be, I owe to you, God, and to her. Wash her pretty face, while her eyes. God bless America again. I didn't write it. I didn't even put it together. That's Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. And they didn't write it either. But I think it's very appropriate. I'm not making money off of this. I'm trying to get y'all to because y'all already know the truth. You people already know the truth. I want to read something to you. Liberty of conscience threatened. Conscience. What is conscience? You see, we read. We take what we know to be true, and the rest of the garbage we just throw away. When we reread, we don't have to read again. Protestants, with far greater favor than in former years, Romanism is now regarded by, excuse me, I read backwards. In those countries where Catholicism is not in the ascendancy, and the papists are taking a conciliatory course in order to gain influence, there is an increasing indifference concerning the doctrines that separate the Reformed churches from the papal hierarchy. That's bullshit. The opinion is gaining around that after all, we do not differ so widely upon vital points. Really. Gomers. It's the same God, Lord Jesus Christ, our Jewish God. Catholics and Protestants, it's the same goddamn God. But it is such an issue. It's because of your megalomaniac egos. No, someone's just walking. And they did this to gain influence. That's the Catholics. All right. Has been supposed, and that a little concession on our part will bring us into a better understanding with Rome. Well, Rome, I can't curse, but I find you to be despicable, abhorrent. You allowed priests to molest children, then you tried to cover it up. Now we're going to accommodate that. Ron, your priests are such drag queens, they had to be told, no, y'all, cut their credit cards. This is part of God, I hear. More like a Love Jesus Incorporated. No, this is bullshit. The time was when Protestants placed a high value upon the liberty of conscience, which has been so dearly purchased. They taught their children to abhor popery and held that to seek harmony with Rome would be disloyalty to God. But how widely different are the sentiments now expressed? Well, it's the same thing. All the races are getting along, but yet all the races hate each other. Y'all make excuses for the homosexuals. Y'all make excuses for the Negroes that are killing the black people. Y'all make excuses for the Mexicans that are doing everything to prove who their master is. You make excuses in politically correct. For liberty is a goddess of the underground. Good traits. Your definition is a little bit abhorrent. I don't go with this shit. No. You must be held accountable for what you have done wrong. And I don't mean to man, I mean to God. You understand? Come here, baby. Conscience. An evil conscience has a way of betraying itself. Hello, liberty. Page 335. What Luther says. A guilty conscience is everything bad. How you doing, Governor J. Inslee? You raise the taxes on those whose properties they will be losing. Oh, you're gonna cry. Governor J. Inslee, would you care for Kleenex of some sort? You're gonna cry for the poor property owners who will lose their property because you, sir, cannot govern. How many billions of dollars in profits from marijuana, and you can't even grow a decent product? How much money from all the taxes from obesity? God dang it, I can't even have my eclair. Audacity. No, Governor Inslee, you blame fossil death. Well, fossil death must pay taxes because Washingtonians are suffering. And we don't mean the ones with jobs, they're gonna suffer. We mean the poor, the homeless, that are forced to live among these goddamn criminals. No, fossil death must pay their taxes. Incredible. Incredible. Here we are so poor that homelessness is a norm. You defund senior centers. They're too stupid anyway. No. Governor J. Inslee, manufacturing are jobs that those who believe the bullshit of I cannot do it. Manufacturing jobs are for those who want to say, well, I can, but I don't think so, not right now. But it pays the bills. Manufacturing jobs pays the bills. And for you to show preferential treatment is abhorrent to Google and Amazon.com. Amazon.com We appreciate you keeping your minimum wage jobs, but we want a living wage. You're putting a plant out here, minimum wage. That goddamn rate is higher than a whore with a cause. We want a living wage. We want to be able to shop, Fred Myers. We don't want EBT. It's bullshit. No, Governor Jay Inslee. Manufacturing jobs are for the poor, the middle class. And you stole that from them. And yet you call yourself governor? Before God and creation, I call you abomination to the ballot box. Sir, you need to show some shame. And who in the hell gave them fossil death exempt from Texas or whatever? Who? Was it them goddamn Republicans or the Democrats? Are you a governor or not? And let me tell you, Bowen, you screwed up so bad in your management and all your bullshit, baby, you're going to have a hard time coming back. And there ain't no more coming in. Excuse my voice. But what I look and I see is a governor who shows preferential treatment to those that line his pocketbook for elections. We got Amazon building a warehouse over here. Amazon works these people hard. We want a living wage. Mama don't want to have to stay with daddy no more because the children don't like him. Mama needs a living wage. Granny needs a living wage because government is bullshit in Washington State. And my son needs a living wage because he's starting a new I can. Amazon.com, what was your profits? You give us a living wage, and that's bullshit. And then what? Instantly gives them tax break. Ain't that bullshit? Ain't that bullshit? Your problem is you want liberty in conscience. Baby, you can't have something that's of man and of the underworld in what is called the divine world. Liberty? Baby, conscience is the Holy Ghost. Y'all really got to catch up. I'm still going to read this book. I like some of the shit it takes, but no, I can see why it was a bestseller. A guilty conscience is everything bad. The voice of conscience is a pool of evils, an inlet of evils. It is a caucus, a Cerberus, a fury, an envy, and whatever other poetical monsters of this nature there are. To be a bad conscience is the world changed. No, you are seeking man's definitions, goddesses and goddesses, to confess your sin and say it's okay, it's liberty. No, baby. It's conscience. It's Holy Ghost in thought. Oh, here we go. Conscience is not a power designed to act, but a power designed to judge. One that judges acts. It is proper work. Is, as Paul says in Romans 2:15, to accuse or excuse, to charge with guilt or to absolve from guilt, to make fearful or secure. Its office, therefore, is not to do, but to set in judgment of what has been done, or is to be done. This makes a person either guilty or innocent. Not liberty. Liberty. You stole our Constitution. You gave it to a people that can't change. And that is sad, for they are my people. You gave our country to a people that will be like the locusts and destroy 40-some% on welfare, 75%, 60% on HUD. No wonder we fucking homeless and hungry. No, hell no. Such being our high office of conscience, it is the duty of the Christian to see to it that it discharges this office in keeping with the Word of God, and that it does not become blinded and call black white and white black. Because of his sensitive conscience, Luther was exposed, especially to exaggerating sin. Therefore, he cautions against this. Let me tell you some people. Y'all screwed everything up. I mean, just like everything. These children are abhorrent. These children are children I wouldn't want in my neighborhood or in my church. The wide road is a very, very, very wide road. I need you. Hold on a second. Liberty of conscience. Truth or consequence. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Isaiah 8:20, Salvation Army, Centralia, Washington, and Aberdeen. The people of God are directed to the scriptures as their safeguard against the influence of false teachers and the delusive power of spirits of darkness. The United Way. Salvation Army just raised $1 million. They hire the worst, abhorrent, demoralizing staff. No, I support Hamas, and I do so with pride. If Israel cannot take care of the tabernacles, then it's no better than the sea. I shall pray, I will walk grace, for your survival is imperative. But no, not a thought. A tear come upon the falls, of course. Anyway, the people of God are directed to the scriptures as their safeguard against the influence of false teachers and delusive power of spirits of darkness. South Beach Christian Center in Gray Harbor, Latter-day Saint in Westport, Washington, the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, the Jewish. No, God is no more. Not because God turned from us, but because religion walked their conscience, their God. Satan employs every possible device to prevent man from attaining a knowledge of the Bible, for it is plain utterance reveal his deception. At every revival of God's word, the prince of evil is aroused to more intense activity. He is now putting forth his utmost efforts for a final struggle against Christ and his followers. How long has God been sending people like me? How long? And you still don't learn? You got Billy Graham and you still don't hear it? You got the slaughtered lamb, you read it, you read it, you read it. You talk about it with your criminal friends. God does not forgive everything. Do you understand? He does. And you don't know the first thing about the road back. I am 65 years old, and I am still struggling. Lucifer visits me every twilight. My feet, incredible agony. The pain is now on top of the feet, on top of my legs. It's like I have hives. But I don't fear death. Nothing. Governor Jay Inslee's primary care will take my purpose from me. This state is abhorrent to the poor, an abomination in mental and primary care. The very doctors they train are a Dr. Green. They lie, they manipulate, but stupid accepts it. Well, I left stupid way behind a long time ago. Drank the warm milk. No, all government is corrupt. Here we got Mr. Inslee. He already talked, like Obama talked to Putin. Wait till I get elected and we can talk. Inslee already talked to Apostle Death. Now look, I'm going to have to use y'all as an excuse. These goddamn people are angry. You damn right we're angry. We got families that are going to divorce because manufacturing jobs didn't get the break that technology does, that Boeing does. Hey, Boeing, you're gone, baby. And that's a lot of people. 20,000, a lot of people. And y'all deserve it. You didn't give a dang about what Hanford did to those Washingtonians that were poisoned. They were bug poisoned. They got the medical records and still you people, well, I don't know. Yeah, in the back room, we can't afford this lawsuit. How are we going to buy a Westport, Washington yacht? Westport shipyard yacht? No. These poor people are being harmed. Soon it will be winter. Orville and I will do fine. Next month, everything is done. And we get a van. If these motherfuckers here won't sell it to us, if Rochester won't sell it to, kiss my black ass. We're going to save the money and we're going to buy it. Not expensive, something we can get into. No, I know from experience that my country, a world power, the United States of America, will always side with the criminal, the landlord, and put us on the street. The ballards, old women. That's what y'all wrinkled your nose like that old bitch. No, today another one came by. She's nice. The other one's nice. But no, I have no more to do with you people. You are nasty. You are abhorrent. You are irrelevant. But these people are going to be cold. Going to be fucking cold. They need sleeping bags. They need sleeping bags, good sleeping bags. They cost $69 a piece. They're Army surplus. Who's going to give it to them? Not this goddamn state. People, Orville says, I cannot imagine being homeless here. I said, Gomer, I don't know how to break this to you, but we're homeless. Not because we don't have the money, but because these people that make up this state are hate, abhorrent. Can you imagine that old bitch? Stop it. Just to oh, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I'm getting things done. I got to, Oral has an appointment on Tuesday. Tomorrow, I got to do everything. And it's hard. I'm not well. I'm going to have to do everything while homeless. I love it. What a challenge. But I'm still going to try in Thurston County. But they got United Way, and they're just like Debbie Campbell, the executive director here in Chehalis. United Way has a history of violating job descriptions, has a history of stealing money from those that donate. Salvation Army, you can ask anybody that's homeless. And then you got to go in there. Oh, God, can you imagine? You got to go in there and listen to their worship center. And they got a drag queen child, a little child, dressed in drag. I'm glad you wore your glamour. In the front pew. No, You see this book? That's an abomination before God and creation. And I'm trans woman. I got a right to say it. Y'all going about this all wrong. And God is pissed. Anyway, we gotta accommodate to make sure we eat at least one meal. We eat in the morning, and then we have sandwiches stuff during the day. No, I'm scared. I remember that bitch at Community Action Programs of Aberdeen, Washington. She asked me if I was afraid. Westport, Washington, for over a year was terrorizing her. The bitch had the nerve to ask me if I was afraid. It was a scam. Aberdeen, Washington CAP got millions of dollars, but only for the drug addicts, only for the whores, not for the good people, not for the seniors. They said they had a place for us. I don't believe them. We came over here and trust this shit. No, we go to Thurston County. If it wasn't that we could at least eat here, because you can't trust the Salvation Army, and you sure the hell can't trust Northwest Harvest. You trust Northwest Harvest and you starve. You starve. It's like Hood Los Angeles Food Bank. You starve. For the food or for those that work there and for the people they know. Anyway, I'm ready. I never wanted to litigate. Never. I kept telling Westport, leave us the fuck alone. And they would send their daughters, the heroin addicts, at my door. Right, copper? You had to take her from my door. Then the motherfuckers enter your room like they're paying the $650. And where is Governor Jay Inslee's Department of Environmental Health? Where are the inspectors of Westport, Washington? Orwell and I were speaking. I have all the proof, but that does not mean we shall win. For a state like this has no constitution and no rule of law. Law enforcement is an embarrassment to the job description handed by training. I see him, I don't freak like Orwell, but to see him freak over it, that's cruel. That's fucking cruel. Everything from this to that goes on in those dang rest areas. I thank God I told Orwell, everything paid. We pay 1 month to be in the parks. And believe me, motherfuckers, you got any motherfucking questions, you find out on the file. That goddamn ranger. Oh, so now you got an issue out there in your parks, state parks, with homosexuals, old homosexuals, chicken hawks, trying to buy hustlers. Clean up your motherfucking park. Anyway, of course, no toilet tissue. Why in the hell put toilet tissue when you know this shit, the people that live here, will cut it out? You know, it don't make sense. I'm gonna buy me something at the 99-cent store. Gold Power gotta take me to the 99-cent store. And I want some fucking bean dip. No. Governor Jay Inslee, I mean you no disrespect, sir. None. None. I did respect your choices, your free will to harm the poor of the poorest. It would be enough that you have the homeless suffering without increasing the stats on property owners who will be homeless. Incredible. Incredible. Like I said, I mean you no disrespect, only your choices. Oh God, I don't even want to say that. No, I am not the celebrities. I had a mother, not an easy fuck. We don't believe in harming people. Governor Jay Inslee, it looks like I'm stuck for at least a year or two. I want a meeting. But first, I gotta get these goddamn homeless calm enough to go to Olympia, shut the fuck up, hold a sign. We are homeless. We are Washingtonians. We are humanity. What have we done to Washington that Washington uses us as a target, from Craig to old hag, to target us, to harm us? Suffice. We go forward. I feel sorry for these people. I have a lot of things I want to do, and I'm going to do them. I don't give a good goddamn. I did it in a wheelchair over there in Los Angeles. I shown the hell can do it on sticks. No, this state is horrid to the poor of the poorest. And then the poor of the poorest are horrid to each other. I don't want this shit near me, speaking to me, or greeting me. I don't give a good goddamn you an old buzz like that old white bitch and beautifully dressed. Oh, beautiful dress. Or one of Principal Lowe's little juvenile delinquents. You heathens, you barbarians. Anyway, it's going to be exciting. Now, I'm supposed to use this, be able to use this laptop outside the library. But Carnegie Library in Centralia, Washington is a total different kind of library. I think Miss Haywood, Nazi Cheryl Haywood, should come here and talk to these people. Every time I try to use it from the outside, it says I'm being attacked. It didn't happen in Westport, and goddamn Westport hated me. They hated me from the library. I mean, I promise. Aquia and Jennifer. No, but Aberdeen, this one, the one, horrible. King County got some of the best libraries. Shamos, I like their library. But anyway, I'm going to go try to upload some of these. I have too many things to do tomorrow. Before I even get into the library, Orville must have an attorney. I mailed HIPAA, baby. I'm going over your head. Who the fuck you think you are, nigga? We give you a job, we take you off welfare. Who you think I am? Doing what the police do to you. No, I want that, and I want that shit stat ASAP. Freedom of Information Act for Social Security for both Orville and I, and that's $90 a shot. Also, Freedom of Information Act from United Way, Freedom of Information Act from Salvation Army, Freedom of Information Act. God dang it, I gotta go back to work. I'd rather go back to work driving a truck and coding and hire interns to do my work for me. I tell them what I want. I'm going to check it on the cloud, and you better get the work done. I know what I want. I know my web pages. One web page, one blog. No, I will hire interns. I will get my truck driving a Class 8 license. I shall. And I will drive a straight truck. It takes skill to drive an 18-wheeler. A lot of skill. No, I'm going to a trucking school. If I have to go to one out of state, I sure the fuck will. And the government gonna pay for it, like you pay for these people's education. No. And coding. All these skills I have, and I will excel. But it's gonna be finding a job. It's gonna be finding a job. There are no jobs. The Mexicans got them. Anyway, no. You cannot say you have conscience in the realm of divinity, for that is the Holy Ghost. You want to have a sitting president murdered. I want you to say that, Washingtonians, California, Nevada, Colorado. You want to murder a president of the United States of America. You do. The media, the entertainers, wish to murder a sitting president. Barbara Streisand, look, I know you're having issues with the new love and everything. Bitch, you're no more a Jew than Israel is. You media, anything happens to the first family, Americans, illegals, and legal immigrants are responsible. And let me tell you something. You either do the humanitarian benevolence, take out that bitch Kim Jong-un, little babies are on tea tree milk. Take him out. What are you waiting for? We will be his toy until he is no more. One Korea. And let them grow. Let Korea be the country it can be as one Korea. In treaty and in prophecy, one Korea. And Iran, baby, your virgins are waiting for you. Don't worry about the good year. Lucifer will provide it. We must stop these terrorist groups, nations like Syria, Iran, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, all these countries, Nigeria, and depopulate. They're doing it to their own people. Surprise, I'm excited. Tired. Very, very tired. I slumber. We come here. We eat. And some bitch didn't make coffee. I slumber till about 1 p.m. Tomorrow I can't do that. I normally don't sleep at night sometimes. It's hard. There's so much activity there. I could not believe it, that little Korean motherfucker, like a little lizard, running around. I don't like Orwell's ways, but he does serve a purpose. One is, he's a man, and he's sitting in the driver's seat. That goddamn little midget Korean went around the truck and finally left, angry. Well, baby, you go on to the mud people, they'll provide you a hole. Didn't you know there was a hole in that other car? No. Nothing can change, and nothing will change. It can't. It's too late. It's too late. We will survive. We will survive. Almost got an appointment with a nurse on Tuesday. We're not going to see that faggot, that homosexual cleavager. I'm going to try to work very hard to get him transferred to another county, and very hard. There are places, but I don't know how much the rents are. They're supposed to be low income. In Tumwater, Lacey, those areas. I really don't want to live in Olympia. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. But the cops, law enforcement, is very bad. I love Tumwater. I'm sad to see it. I saw that picture again. I wonder if that building is still up. It's good to have 21st century luxury, comfort. But there is comfort and luxury in what has already experienced life. In Rochester, they have one building. They're going to tear it down. They allowed the roof to get really bad, but that could be fixed. 1890. 1890. Anyway, it's going to be okay. It's going to be rough, but after this month, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. In grace of God, Christ.